we would have to have 50% higher economic growth rate, at least, sustainable, to try to grow our way out of the economy. What's really important, I want you to know, we have to have economic growth as part of the solution. No doubt about it. It is a requirement. It's just not sufficient on its own. So whatever we can do with our tax and spend policies to encourage economic growth is very, very much a part of it. But don't be fooled into thinking that that will solve the problem, because it absolutely will not. It is just not practical. It is not even really possible. Eliminating all of our waste, fraud, and abuse, really, really important. My waste might not be the same as your waste. Fraud, I think most of the time we can agree on what it is. Whether or not we find it and root it out is another thing, but we definitely need to keep it up. We need to identify waste. We've done a lot with pork barrel spending, reducing that. But remember, whatever you might think is not an important priority to spend in your state or your region or whatever might be super important to me and my community. So that's a bit tougher. We should deliver healthcare more efficiently. We should have value for every dollar spent. Again, there's lots of ways to skin that. Healthcare does not have known only solutions. There are some things we could do better that we know we could do better, but there's lots of things that we're still trying to figure out to tackle. And also, more philosophically, what are we doing for the folks that don't have it? How much of our own skin should be in the game? Those are really big, important conversations to have, and they vary at different times in our life, not just with our politics. So we got to have those conversations, but again, that is not going to solve the problem solely. Social Security and Medicare absolutely are not paid for. We are drawing down from the general revenues. Our dedicated funding is not enough today. Right now, there's deficits in those programs. Cutting taxes will increase revenues. Well, sometimes we find that they do, and lots of times we find that we don't. It's unknown ROI sometimes on our tax cuts. So every single revenue policy, we need to think about what we're going to get on the back end when we're already short on revenues. Again, tough discussions.